What if I told you that the most painful truth a man faces isn't heartbreak, it's realizing he was never truly chosen? That behind every "I love you" lies a silent question, but do I still measure up today? We're peeling back the curtain on a brutal idea, one that whispers in the minds of men, even when they don't say it out loud. Let's dive deep into the philosophy of Arthur Schopenhauer, and uncover why his darkest thoughts may reveal one of the deepest wounds in the male experience. They once said, "Women are animals with long hair and short ideas." It sounds cruel, and it is. A phrase so sharp it cuts like glass. Today, we rightfully reject that kind of misogyny. But before we dismiss Schopenhauer, the man who wrote it, as just another bitter old thinker, we must ask, what if his hatred wasn't really for women, but for something far more powerful? Schopenhauer didn't hate women. He hated desire. He hated how desire made him feel replaceable, powerless, invisible. It wasn't just personal, it was existential. Behind every romantic failure, every cold glance from his mother, every unreturned love, lay a deep, philosophical despair. He began to ask what most men are too ashamed to ask out loud. Why does she always seem to want more? Even when love seemed real, when connection, loyalty, and commitment were there, why could she suddenly walk away? And why? Was it always for someone taller, stronger, more confident, more dominant, more successful, more of everything I'm not? That's where we encounter a concept both terrifying and taboo: hypergamy, the silent selector, the invisible algorithm of female choice, the evolutionary pull many men feel, but can't quite name. To understand Schopenhauer's rejection of love, we must first understand his view of life itself. At the core of his philosophy lies a single, brutal truth: the will to live. Not God, not love, not even reason, just a blind, insatiable force, one that drives every creature to survive, to reproduce, to continue existing. And this will, it's never satisfied. It craves, it lacks, and that endless craving brings suffering. So what is love? Then, to Schopenhauer, romantic love isn't sacred. It's bait, a biological trick, a beautiful illusion spun by nature to lure us into reproduction. You think you chose her? Your biology did. You think she loved your soul? Her instincts were scanning. Can this man protect me? Provide for me? Offer strong genes, safety, stability? Affection becomes strategy. Romance becomes a survival code. That's where hypergamy steps in. Let's define it bluntly. Hypergamy is the ancient, unconscious female drive to seek partners of higher value, stronger, more secure, more dominant, across cultures, across time. It's not cruelty. It's not even choice. It's nature. But here's the catch: what nature calls logic, the modern man experiences as betrayal. Not because she left, but because she left for someone better. That's where the resentment grows. Not because he was unloved, but because he was outcompeted. Everything he gave, loyalty, presence, love, still wasn't enough, because somewhere, silently, he lost a game he didn't even know he was playing. This is the male wound, unspoken, unhealed. It hides behind jokes, sarcasm, phrases like, "all women are the same," "love is a scam." But behind that armor lies pain, the pain of not being chosen. Schopenhauer's rage wasn't abstract. It was personal. He grew up with a distant, emotionally cold mother. He failed in love, often. He felt invisible. His philosophy was trauma, intellectualized. And today, that wound echoes in many men, good men, loyal men, men who gave everything, and still weren't enough. Here's the bitter truth no one teaches boys: you can be good, you can be kind, you can be present, and still not be desired. You may be appreciated, even respected, but that magnetic desire, it rewards power, purpose, momentum, not passivity, not obedience, not simply being nice. And so, many men break. They spiral into bitterness. They drown in echo chambers. They turn pain into ideology. And behind all the rage, all the red pill, All the hate is a quiet whisper. I wasn't enough. But what if? What if the answer isn't bitterness? What if it's not becoming alpha for her approval? What if it's about becoming the man who doesn't need to be chosen, because he's already chosen himself? This is the Stoic path. You don't become powerful by impressing women. You become powerful by outgrowing your past self. Ask yourself, where am I still waiting for permission to be great? Where am I passive? Hiding? Hoping someone saves me? That's your mission. Not to impress, to evolve. And the paradox, that's when you become attractive, not because you chased her validation, but because you no longer need it. This is the journey of the Übermensch. Nietzsche's answer to Schopenhauer's despair. The Overman isn't about conquering others. He conquers himself. He turns wounds into wisdom, pain into purpose, rejection into redirection. Yes, maybe she walked away, maybe it hurt, but you don't have to stay broken. Let the pain build you, let it forge you. Like fire turns iron into steel. The mission for men today: stop begging, stop clinging, stop resenting, build, rise, evolve. Not for her, for yourself. And if she leaves, let her, because you, yes, you are not a placeholder. You are a man on a mission. Bullseye emoji. If this message hit you deep, don't just scroll past. Right pointing finger emoji, like. Speech bubble emoji, comment. Repeat emoji, share it with a brother who needs to hear this. Pushpin emoji, and don't forget to subscribe, because this journey, it's just getting started.